This is the Asus Vivobook S OLED, a new 15-inch laptop that wants to be the MacBook Air of the Windows world. But they already make this laptop, so how is this one different? Let's find out. Now Asus already makes this with Intel and AMD chips, but this one runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite chipset. That is an ARM-based platform, which is a completely new infrastructure. How does ARM work? Well, it's the same way that MacBooks have been running for the past 4 years, with the M series of chips. That was Apple ditching Intel and going the ARM way, and that worked out really well for them. And this is the Windows answer to that, ARM. Now the big promise with ARM is that they improve productivity a lot and greatly enhance the battery life. That's what Qualcomm's promise is here as well. Let's find out. Here's what I have liked in my 2 weeks with the Asus Vivobook S, and I love the battery life. You know, I no longer have to carry a charger for this laptop because I have never managed to kill it in one single day of use, and I am a heavy user. If you're someone who's a very light user, you can get by an entire weekend with just one single charge of your laptop. That's how incredible this battery life is. 14, 15, 16 hours of battery on one single charge. That is unheard of when you think about Windows laptops. What do you think about when you hear 16 hours of battery? MacBook. Like I said, this one is trying to be the MacBook Air of the Windows world. Just look at this. It's 1.42 kgs and 14.7 millimeters thick. Very portable, very light, and I love this very premium design. All metal body, very easy, very convenient to carry anywhere with you. Now I love the display. This is an OLED panel, and Asus has been doing OLEDs really well for the past few years. It's a 15.6-inch 3K OLED panel with very deep blacks and very vivid colors. Look at the content we've been watching. The colors just pop right off the screen and it looks fantastic. And since it's OLED, the blacks don't light up, which means you also save on battery life there. That's another neat little hack on why you get so much of battery life on this Vivobook. I also love the performance. This is the first Asus laptop with the Snapdragon X Elite chipset. It's got 16 GB of RAM and it does wonders. Efficient multitasking, no problems opening hundreds of tabs all across Google Chrome. You can edit your videos, you can open multiple applications, it handles it really well. If you want to, you can game on it, although it's not meant for that, but it can still handle those loads really efficiently. That's all thanks to the power of the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite chipset. And there are some AI features as well on device that help you during your video calls, especially automatic framing, so when you're moving around, the camera keeps you in focus, and automatic eye framing, so that even when you're not looking directly at the camera using its NPU will make you look directly at the other person. That's really impressive. And I also love typing on this laptop because the keyboard is very smooth, the key travel is very decent, and it makes no noise. It's incredibly silent. And you know what? Asus has added these neat gestures on the trackpad. One side for the volume, one side for the brightness. Works like a charm. I have never had a problem increasing brightness or reducing the volume whenever I'm in my office or just want to maintain a low profile. Oh, and before I forget, there's also single zone backlighting to the keyboard, and you can change those colors as well. But you know, it's not all that great. There are some issues here as well. First of all, the sound. It works well, it's very loud, but the speakers are here on the bottom of the laptop. It's got Dolby Atmos sound, Harman Kardon speakers, but because they're bottom firing, they may get muffled if you've got the laptop on your lap or on your bed. If it's on a table like it is right now, there's absolutely no problem. It's very loud, very crisp audio. But on your lap, which I feel is where most people use this laptop, you might run into some problems. And now the big problem with ARM Windows laptops is app support. You know, when Apple moved over to their M series of chips, they had some time before all applications ported over to M series before they saw some success. That's the same case here. Not all of your apps will be here. A lot of these commonly used applications like Google Chrome, Adobe Suite are all here. But if you're using niche apps, then you may not find them here, and that is a problem for ARM-based laptops at the moment. Now there is a Prism layer which emulates these applications really well. But then again, an app that runs natively will always be better than an app that is emulated for the platform. So There is some time before all of your favorite apps make their way onto an ARM-based laptop. Until then, this will be a problem. Or like I said, you can game on it, but not a lot of these games are optimized for ARM at the moment. So gaming again is a problem for this one. And the major highlight of this laptop is Copilot Plus. It's actually labeled the first Copilot Plus PC by Asus in India, but Copilot Plus features, as we all know, are not really working at the moment because there are some privacy concerns. So it's not able to justify what it is labeled for. And this laptop costs 1,24,990, which is a great deal because you're getting a lot of incredible hardware. But then again, do keep in mind that you are getting great battery life, you are getting great performance, but you are also losing out on application support and Copilot Plus features. If those things don't matter to you as much, well then by all means go for it. But if you want all your favorite applications to be there, if you want to play all of your favorite games while it can handle it, then you're much better suited off to Intel or AMD versions of this laptop. They come in the same chassis, the same incredible design, and they might be slightly cheaper as well. But this, in its ARM state, is an incredibly well performer, great battery life with tiny caveats.